And they've given us a lantern. So welcome to Latvia, another new country for us. Now we've got to figure out what the new supermarkets are. It's always weird going into a new country. You just kind of get used to one, and then they've got different stuff in the new country. At least we don't have to worry about changing of money anymore. It's all euro now. So we're just taking our first walk in Latvia. We're just taking a walk to see one of the biggest white sandstone outcrops in Latvia. The river's very brown, isn't it? There's no real, well, there's lots of clear paths, but there's no real clear path which way to go. So we're just, Mike's just making it up. They're about 15 metres high and stretch almost half a kilometre along the Gauja River. A little bit different to what we saw the other day. Yeah, these are more graffitiized. Even though they look a little bit like limestone, this is actually sandstone, formed around 400 million years ago when this whole area was covered by a shallow sea. Oh, it's like a slot canyon up there, Mike. And here we have some beautiful petroglyphs. I don't know what era they're from.
Yeah, 84.
1984 or 1884?
It just says 84. So are you sure it's not the year 84?
Oh, wow. 84.
The cliffs are full of little holes and cavities, which is why they're called the Civ Rock. Some of these holes were made by erosion and even by bees making nests in the sandstone.
So it's just mind-blowing that this is made up of tiny little grains of sand, all compacted down over thousands, millions of years. How many grains of sand? And where does the sand come from? Was it created from? Was it created from stones which were broken down, or shells?
The river?
Broken down, yeah, but where's it all come from?
If anybody knows, please let us know in the comments.
And from the top you get great views of the Gauja Valley and the surrounding pine forests.
There's a sign here saying there's actually bears here and moose. The major wildlife we're seeing is mosquitoes. Many of them. As soon as you stop, they start hanging around, lurking.
They've even got signs to tell the birds where to go.
So we've just arrived in the town of Cesis in Latvia, and we're looking for a castle. So we're just taking a walk up to the castle, and how beautiful are these grounds? Castle's only open till 6, so we're probably going to miss out.
The castle was due to close soon, so we decided to explore it in the morning. Instead, we walked around the old town of Cesis. Cesis is one of the oldest towns in Latvia, with a rich history that dates back to the 13th century. It's one of the few places in Latvia where the original street layout has barely changed since the Middle Ages. The cobblestones follow the same lines they did 500 years ago, weaving between colourful houses and quiet courtyards. We were up bright and early the next morning to go and visit Cesis Castle.
And they've given us a lantern.
We weren't 100% sure what the lantern was for. Dark spaces, they said. So off we went to explore the castle, lantern swinging by our side. This is Cesis Castle, which is over 800 years old. It was built by the Livonian order, knights sent to spread Christianity and bring the local pagan tribes under their control. Inside the castle walls was a little garden that had been planted the way it might have looked during the medieval times. The knights and town people relied on plots like these for their veggies and herbs. They even had pizza ovens. Ancient cannonballs. In 1577, Russian forces surrounded the castle. Cut off and outnumbered, nearly 300 defenders made a desperate choice. They detonated the gunpowder stored within these walls, choosing death over capture. To the master's chamber.
Oh, don't go without me without the light. It's cool how they give you a light. Oh, go in there, might go through here. Oh, this is scary. This is so cool.
I can't see. Is there a floor there?
I don't know, Mark.
We were still trying to figure out how to work the lantern. It really didn't give much light.
Here he comes with his little lantern. It's a potty with a view. Loo with a view.
And look where it goes.
Where does it go? I don't know.
It goes right down.
It's kind of spooky, isn't it? Mind your head. I don't know if that... Oh, shoot. So this probably would have been a fireplace and the chimney up through here. Can you see? This rail here. This is a bit spooky, isn't it? Be careful.
I have to go round and back up again.
It's got to be the coolest castle I've ever been to. A lantern. It's actually got a candle in there. I don't know what we do if the candle goes out. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing, but this is really scary.
Even though the candle was next to useless in lighting our path down the stairs, it was a really neat idea and added to the ambience.
I just can't see.
I know. Can't even see.
You can't see me.
Okay.
Sure, we could have used our phones to light the way, but where would be the fun in that?
Looks like cannonball storage here.
We've got them in the top and bottom, down the bottom.
I don't know what that spooky rumble is, but it sounds really spooky, doesn't it? Can you see okay?
Yeah, all right, at the moment.
As we climbed up, we kept on hearing a spooky rumbling sound. What was it?
So we're at the top of the castle.
And then we found the source of the rumbling. It was a theatre showing the timeline of the castle from the 12th century onwards, and it was really cool.
Well, it's a really fun morning exploring that castle. If you're ever in Latvia, you must go to this castle. It's so cool. You get a lantern. Anyway, we're just heading on. We're going to go find Vartis Rock and do a little walk there. And then I think we're just going to head on, continue south. We just stayed in this car park just opposite the castle, really. Just a little park in between us. It was a nice spot, nice and quiet. What a beautiful day, eh? Apparently it's going to be 19 degrees today. lot of gravel roads in Latvia. Back on the gravel.
It's a Latvian Camino route. And in here, it's a stamp, a little book to sign in to say that you've been here.
Yeah, we did a couple of Caminos in France and in Spain.
Do you want to come up here and do a Camino?
No, too many mozzies. So we're taking a walk down to see the Vartis Rock.
This is Vartis Rock, a red sandstone cliff carved by the water, rising about 35 metres high. Apparently it was once a gathering place for witches, who used to dance around it all night long. Latvian national parks have these bright orange photo frames, a fun twist like the red chairs we saw in Canada. Step into one and you're instantly framed against the view. This is one of the oldest paper mills in Latvia, founded in 1815. Back then the mill was powered by water from the Ligatne River, using traditional mill wheels. Production included high-quality writing and drawing paper, some exported across Europe.
So we've got a sluice gate here to divert the water for the paper mills. And beside it, we've got this zigzag series of runs for the fish to go up. So when the sluice gate was closed, the fish have still got a route to get upriver.
That was really thoughtful of them, wasn't it?
There are over 300 sandstone caves near the mill, carved into the cliffs.
Lots of caves to explore.
So the caves here were carved into the sandstone and used for warehouses and cellars. And there's some apartments being made, I think.
Got no lanterns for this one.
And these were originally used as storage for paper, food and beer, because the caves are naturally cool year-round. Some of these caves were used as shelters for paper mill workers, especially during harsh winters or when working late shifts.
Oh, I don't know how safe this is. They take health and safety very seriously here in Latvia. And there's Bertie way down there.
On the other side of the road from the mill are more caves, and these are still in use today by local residents.
So the cellars were carved into this cliff in the 1700s, and they maintain an ideal temperature for storing food of between 6 and 8 degrees Celsius and perfect humidity. So they store the food here ready for the winter.
And they're storing them. They were actually making these little caves as late as the 70s. And then they had to ban any more and made it a national park.
We followed the steps up, and there were even more caves layered up on the side of the hill.
They're like little hobbit houses, aren't they? Sandy. It's quite cool, isn't it? It's like a little beach in here. There's like a little bar in here selling drinks, ice creams. It's neat, eh? Just carved into the sandstone here.
Just where it just comes in.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah, yuck.
Fine grains.
Time of night we're looking for a camping spot. As per usual, we're heading down a rutted dirt road to try and find one.
We gave up trying to find a scenic remote spot and ended up in a car park.
Good morning, welcome to another sunny day in Latvia now. As we parked last night just in this car park, there's a cable car there, goes across the river, but it's not running today. Anyway, we're just going to go for a little walk this morning and then we're going to head on our way. So come along, it'll be fun. And we're lost already. So let's go look at these ruins. Yes, we just stayed in that car park last night. I'd like to say it was a quiet night's sleep. Cars kept turning up and put me a little bit on edge. And we're not rugged up in our long clothes because it's cold, it's actually quite warm. It's because there's so many mozzies and we don't want to get bitten. I'm not looking forward to walking back up. We've just walked down 100,000 steps. I think this is what we walked to see. The mozzies. We were actually trying to find the Gutmanis cave, which is the largest and oldest cave in the Baltic region. We got as far as this cave, thought it was it, and didn't quite go far enough. If we had just walked around the corner, we would have seen it. Exercise for the day. Seems like you get off the main roads in Latvia and it's a dirt road. And they're not good ones either, they're bumpy and rutted. If we did 1,600 kilometres on the Dempster Highway, I'm sure we can do 80 kilometres on a dirt road. So we're just on our way to climb Latvia's highest mountain. We'll tell you more about it when we get there. So here we are at Latvia's highest mountain. That's it up there by that pylon. 312 metres high. So come along while we scale this mountain. Well, that's it. We've climbed Latvia's highest mountain. So it wasn't quite as strenuous a walk as what we were expecting.
You were expecting a strenuous walk?
I was. So that's pretty exciting. We're at Latvia's highest peak at 312 metres high. And they are very proud of their peak. Look at Bertie. We're calling him Dirty Bertie. Good morning, welcome to another day. We've just been camping in this little spot here in Latvia at the highest mountain. Yeah, we just spent the morning mucking about, some videos edited. Beautiful spot, there's nobody here, it's just us.
So last night when we were eating our dinner, a camper van came rushing in, came up along the drive, in onto the grass there, without a care in the world. Then he reversed back round, obviously wasn't quite level, so he reversed into here. Then he reversed back a bit more and got himself stuck. That's the dips where the front drive wheels were, and his rear wheels went over the bank, and they were trying to dig their way out. His wife was there trying to drive out, putting her foot full onto the throttle, spinning the wheels like mad. They went out, told him what he had to do. Well, they're both Germans, they didn't actually understand what I was saying, and again still put a foot down, so I had to jump in the cab and gently rock the car out, the van out, backwards and forwards, until it rolled itself out, finally freed themselves. I think they were quite grateful, but hopefully won't do that again. Just check the ground before you go driving on it.
So just coming into a historic town called Varaklani, and we'll show you around too. This area is very unique because it's a crossroads where different cultures meet. So you've got Russian, Latvian and Polish.
We stopped at the Varaklani Palace, a historic palace built in the 1700s.
We're not even sure if it's open, but we'll go and take a look. It feels a bit eerie for some reason. It's open. Ball gown from 1868. This dress here is for the second day of the wedding because they have long weddings here. They last 3 days, as we found out when we went to my niece's wedding in Poland. Very cool.
That there is part of the original decoration from when this palace was built in the 1800s.
This palace was built in the 1800s for Count Michael van Bosch, and it's been used for a couple of things since then. It's been used as a school and as a military hospital. Yeah.
There's some original murals on the wall. Family portrait, one of the boys here. Looks like it's a dress, typical apparel for a boy, that era.
I think more boys should wear dresses. I think it suits them. I think they should bring back some more of these fashions, just like they should bring back socks tucked into your pants. It keeps the mosquitoes from getting under and biting my ankles. Just so interesting looking at the stuff they would have worn in the olden days. Completely different to our culture, isn't it? My mum had one of these. I think my sister still got it. I think this place is really creepy. To think a count once lived there. I wonder if it was like Count Dracula. Let's go look at the wedding dresses.
They're doing renovations here at the moment, and they discovered the original artwork that was on the wall.
So that wraps up our visit to Latvia. Join us in the next episode where we explore Lithuania.